All right, hello. It's October the 11th, the year 2020. It's Sunday, and I'm going to read this. David Hinkson has been banned from communicating with me, Rudy, because of a lying witch who submitted a false report that David Hinkson and I were defrauding people. Now they are trying to kill David in a hellhole CMU prison. This letter came to me from a friend who has not yet been banned. Please write David a letter to let David know that he is loved and not abandoned. His address is on the Year of Jubilee website on the front page. Just find his picture and his address is right underneath it. You cannot use stickers for return addresses, otherwise they will reject the whole letter. Here's what David recently wrote. Over the last few months, medical has been taking samples of my blood every other week. It turns out that each of these tests show that my iron levels in my blood are continuing going lower and lower. Thus, they gave me some prescription iron pills, which I have been taking. I have taken these prescription iron pills for a month and a half, and now when they tested my blood again, it showed that my iron level again are still going down. Now, the doctor told me that he is looking to use emergency 4, whatever that means, to inject iron, IV, that's Roman numeral 4, by the way. Now, the doctor told me that he is looking to use emergency IV to inject iron into my blood to somehow raise my iron levels, as this condition is getting very serious. My iron levels are now so low that I must stand up very slowly in order not to faint. The doctor at this time just does not understand what is causing the iron levels to drop endlessly. Here is the medical point. If my iron levels are very low, it makes me more susceptible to COVID-19, as it is the iron levels that control oxygen levels, and oxygen levels controls recovery from these types of illnesses. When I filed my emergency COVID-19 motion under the First Step Act, the court said that I have no medical problems concerning making me a higher risk for COVID-19, but to now prove that I have an endless iron shortage is a very serious medical problem that seems to have them in a total panic. The doctor told me it could be either diverticulosis or cancer in the digestive tract. They asked if I had any history of these conditions in my family, and I told them about Craig's problem with diverticulosis. They have scheduled me to go to the hospital to have these tests done for these two potential medical problems. I did not tell them that I was covered with cancer back in 1993 and have used alternative medicine to cure myself. I guess I'm just used to not talking about this, and as I have found that no one believes me, it is my opinion at this time that I now have stomach cancer. We will soon know. But no matter how this turns out, the fact that my iron levels are endlessly falling makes me very susceptible to any and all viruses and bacterial infections. I told the doctor that I have no appetite and cannot eat the endless garbage they feed here. The doctor was surprised when I got on the scale and my weight was 162 pounds. I have lost over 35 pounds. I really cannot stand the sight of the food they put in the hole in the door. I really have no desire to eat any of it. I don't feel hungry at all, and I attempt to eat it, but just cannot get even one mouthful down. I seem to endlessly crave other things to eat, like cottage cheese, peaches, pineapples, or a pear. They feed the same horrible food over and over with absolutely no variety. This is the worst prison of all for the bad food. I'm now so dizzy that I have not even been able to get any exercise in my cell. I don't know how much worse this could get, but I really seem to have no desire to do anything except just lay on my bunk and lose weight. I just wanted to give you and I'll leave that name out, an update to what is happening here concerning my current medical condition, Dave. So my prayer is you keep David Hinkson in your prayers. I pray that you go to the website, Year of Jubilee, spelled with one E, like it's spelled in the King James Bible. Find David Hinkson's address and write him a letter to know that he is loved and not abandoned. I believe David Hinkson is an incredible genius that had much to offer the world, but because David Hinkson spoke the truth and did not compromise with his words, he was targeted by the beast system and had to be silenced, and they put him in a hellhole CMU prison. CMU stands for Communications Management Unit. This one letter did manage to get out, And I wanted to read it to you so that you can be aware of what's going on. And I pray that you have empathy in your heart for David Hinkson, who is an innocent man in prison for over 14 years, and he's sentenced to over 43 years for a crime that is victimless and that he's absolutely innocent of.